for
The
him.
baddest
So I
Mara
actually wrote him a
had
little message
some
because
words for Benji.
it made me sad because I related, but it also made me really happy. And like I feel like it's like hard sometimes to think of our own happiness, especially when we're like in the closet or thinking about like coming out, because I heard him talk about how like his parents didn't want him to come out, or they were a little pushy, like no, don't, and that's how my parents were. It was very much like, no, you're not gay, like no, don't come out, or like that's not you, stop walking like that, whatever. And I feel like that's kind of what he explained he was going through. So him admitting it, I feel like I could see just the
Like the inner
breath of
child
fresh
in you.
air, or like that too, like just seeing like, oh my god, that's literally where I was at, like how I felt. So I'm really happy for him. And like we just sometimes have to remind ourselves that like our happiness matters too. And I felt like I was betraying my parents when I came out by coming out.
Really?
Yeah,
Like you felt like
because
you were doing something wrong?
yeah, because I felt like I had to always make them happy, and my happiness couldn't happen because they didn't want me to come out at the time. But over time, and like, I mean, I'm not saying this is a situation for everybody, but for me, it happened where my parents really were just like not for it. Like they didn't want me to come out. Well, they said they knew since I was little, but they were like, no, you're
Oh,
not gay. Like this is like
yeah.
just pushing against it so much. But now that I've grown up and I have such an amazing, beautiful relationship with my parents, where like with my dad, it's been a full 180. Like sometimes I forget about my childhood with them and how dark it was at times because of how beautiful the relationship as is now. But after speaking to them and stuff, like I've came to realize that it's not so much that my parents didn't want me, it's that they were scared for me. Like
Oh, I see what you mean. Like they were scared, as in like you going to school and people like teasing you and bullying you and stuff, or
I
like.
think they were so against me coming out as gay because they thought I was choosing a harder life for me. Like part of them, like I felt like they just thought like, no, don't do that to yourself. Like, and they were mad because they wanted me to not come out because I was already getting bullied so much before I even came out. So I think my parents were just like, no, 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 because it didn't make sense to me because my parents always cared for me. But whenever it came to like me being gay or like acting feminine or anything, it was like a full just like hate. Like it was just like not hate, but like I mean like hate and like anger
It
and
was
just
like
like
a hard no.
why, like wow, just like a hard no. But now that like I've came out and like I've grown a relationship with them, like my parents are so supportive. But because I think being a kid and going through that, I think they were just like, who's gonna protect you? We're not always there, or like,
Oh, I
don't
see.
do this, don't choose this life, or like I think they still thought it was like a choice. But now that they've seen me like, you know, grow up and become the person that I am and be able to like care for myself, like they're so supportive. Like my dad compliments my makeup, my dad compliments like when he sees me in a wig